Yes.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Muhammad Amir Hamza and I am from City and District Kotadu. I did my matric from Kotadu and then I did my FSc from a private institution in Lahore on scholarship. After that, I got admission in MBBS in Sheikh Zayed Medical College, Rahim Yar Khan. After completing my MBBS, I did my house job from Sheikh Zayed Hospital, Rahim Yar Khan, and after house job, I worked as medical officer in a private clinic. Recently, I have been preparing for civil services exams for 1 year, and this was my first attempt in PMS. And sir, as far as my family background is concerned, my father was a government servant in Tehsil Headquarter Hospital, Kotadu, and my mother is a housewife. I have 4 sisters and I have 2 brothers. One of my sister is a headmistress in a school in Lahore, and one of my brother is a veterinary doctor. Sir, as far as my hobbies are concerned, I like to play cricket and I like reading books and I like Urdu poetry. And sir, these hobbies were the reason that I was selected and I was elected as coordinator of Sports Week and Literary Week in my college, and I also won Bathbazi competition for twice in my college. In addition to this, I was also into humanitarian works and I was the member of Zadian's Blood Donating Society in Sheikh Zayed Medical College, and then it was these humanitarian works that ultimately encouraged me to work in free medical camps in flood affected areas. Sir, recently I have been thinking about my future in order to fully utilize my potential to serve my fellow citizens through good governance and excellence in administrative leadership. Thank you, sir.
Okay, what is the difference in between the elected and selected?
Sir, elected is the person to whom different people and the community around them vote and elect for a specific post. And selected is the person who is selected or nominated by someone senior from them.
Okay. Who is the most favorite player in cricket?
Sir, my favorite player in cricket is Babar Azam.
So far, how many centuries he made?
Sir, I guess he has made about 30 centuries.
13.
30, sir.
30. Overall in ODI and as well as the test?
Yes, sir.
Who is the currently PCB chairman?
Sir, Ramiz Raja was the chairman last time I read the news about it.
Okay. So, when Nishtar Medical College was established first time?
Sir, I'm not sure, but if you allow me, then.
Yes, you can.
Sir, I think it was established in somewhere in 1890, around 1890.
1890. Are you sure?
No, sir, I'm not sure.
Okay, why you want to switch over your job?
Sir, there are 2 main reasons for it. The first reason is that when I got admission in Sheikh Zayed Medical College, in government medical college, in fact, that there was a lot of happiness, and I was very excited about it, about my job and about my service that I will be delivering to humanity. But when ultimately I got the job, the excitement vanished, and I understood that it is not as rewarding of a patient as rewarding of a job as I was expecting it, and it required a lot more hard work, and there were unreasonable hurdles in progress. And so this was one reason, and the other reason was that as a medical officer or a consultant doctor, I could only serve a single ward or a small population, but as a civil servant or a assistant commissioner or a section officer, I could serve a whole big department or a whole large of a city.
Every officer have its domain in his office. So being a medical officer, you can enjoy that domain. First one. Second one, if you are going to be consider enjoyment and happiness with the passage of time, if you are habitual to switch over your happiness, it means you can switch over the happiness from this service as well.
Sir, the first reason was is very clear that actually the thing is that it was not a rewarding job as the civil services, and it also required much more hard work than civil service in order to progress in medical field.
Okay. Biological warfare क्या होती है?
Sir, in biological warfare, it is a relatively new term. In this century, it has been introduced, and in it, usually bacteria or viruses, the living organism are used as a weapon, and they are introduced in another country, and in order to spread an endemic in that country, so that trade and economy of that country.
Okay, biological warfare किस टेररिज्म का जो है वो टूल समझा गया है? Wave of terrorism that is going to be introduced on the behalf of the biological warfare.
Sir, it is a tool of hybrid warfare, I can say.
Hybrid warfare.
Yes.
So, okay, other than the biological warfare, how many types of tools can be used in hybrid warfare?
Sir, one of the famous tool is cyber warfare, through which in it the hacking and ethical hacking and these things are involved. And sir, in addition to this, there are proxy wars which are engaged in, and then there are economic wars, and then there are trade wars, and sir, all these are included in hybrid warfare.
Okay, what do you know about Prevention Seashore?
Sorry, sir.
How many length of Prevention Seashore?
Sir, I guess it yes of only of Sindh, sir.
Yes.
So it is about 300 kilometer, something near about total seashore length is 1058 kilometer, and I guess that 700 kilometer is for Balochistan and 300 kilometer is for Sindh.
Okay. What is the difference in between the fresh water and blue water?
Sir, fresh water is the water which is flowing in the rivers of a country, and it is and also the groundwater in a country is called the fresh water, and the blue water is which is in the seas, and there is more salt content in that water.
And then what is the difference in between fresh water and clean water? If you are going to say that fresh water is also the groundwater.
Yes, sir. The clean water is specifically which is the groundwater, and fresh water is mostly in the river and streams of a country.
So can you explain about the Indus Basin? What do you know about the Indus Basin?
Yes, sir. Indus Basin includes all those areas near Indus Bank and which are in neighborhood or near Indus, and these includes Indus and its tributaries. The area in the neighborhood of Indus River and its tributaries river include the Indus Basin.
How many countries are including in Indus Basin?
Sir, there are 3 countries including in Indus Basin.
Which ones?
Sir, China, India, and Pakistan.
So western tributary river of Indus Basin comes from which country?
Sir, it comes from Afghanistan.
So it means Afghanistan is not part
Is included, sir.
Okay. Can you tell us about Indus River Basin's length?
Sir, the Indus River has length of about 3,000 kilometers. And sir, the other rivers on the eastern tributaries have different length, and the eastern and northernmost tributary of Indus River is Jhelum River, and then there is.
Okay, what means of a constitutional power?
Sir, I did not understand. But
what means of constitutional power?
Sir, constitutional power, I can guess it is the power which is given by constitution to a specific person or the officer in the country.
Okay. What is a major energy crisis in Pakistan?
Sir, the major energy crisis is of electricity in Pakistan. Sorry, that is what you want to ask.
No, I mean, what's the energy crisis?
Sir,
Which type of energy crisis we are faced?
Sir, we are facing energy crisis of electricity, and it is about 3,000 megawatt in its peak hours. And sir, Pakistan is actually producing energy of about 35,000 megawatt, but it can only the lines transmission lines have only power to transport about to about 2,000 megawatt, and in peak hours Pakistan needs approximately 24,000 megawatts, and thus it creates a energy gap of 3,000 megawatt during high demand during the times of high demand of energy.
And what is the issue of cost of an electricity? Either that is not considered part of the energy crisis?
Sir, that is being considered as part of energy crisis, and the cost is actually rising because there are less hydropower projects which actually give energy at the cost of 2 to 3 rupees per unit. But if we are engaged through coal or petroleum sources to produce energy, then it costs more for.
Okay, how many alternate source of energy we have through which we can produce energy?
Sir, we have this water as hydro energy resources, and sir, then there are wave can be used as energy source, and sir, then there are coal and natural gas, petroleum. Sir, these are the main energy resources.
So do you think that natural gas, coal and petroleum can be considered the alternate source of energy?
Sir, I think we should move towards renewable energy resources more and
No,
more.
alternate means is renewable. Alternate, whenever we are going to be alternate source of energy, it means a renewable. So non-renewable or renewable, that is going to be considered on the basis of the hydrocarbons. Whenever we are going to say that alternate, we are going to use already hydrocarbons. ठीक है, तो alternate source of energy भी बात करें तो it means we are going to use towards the renewable energy resources. Okay. Anyhow, how many types of land we are going to be divided Pakistan on the basis of the topography?
Sir, Pakistan can be divided into desert lands, and then there are fertile lands, and then there are mountainous lands. Sir, mainly into these three areas on basis of topography.
Okay, well, what about? Okay, how many plateaus are existing over here?
Sir, I can guess that there are three plateaus: Potohar, and then there is Pamir Plateau, and sir, then one is there in Balochistan.
Okay, Pamir Plateau की खास बात बताएंगे आप हमें?
Sir, Pamir Plateau engages the region of Chitral, and sir, let me guess that it is the highest plateau of the world.
Okay, and which two types of mountain range are going to meet over there?
Sir, Hindu Kush mountain range and Karakoram mountain, Himalayas. Hindu Kush, Pamir Plateau lies between Hindu Kush and Himalayas.
Now, what about the Karakoram?
Sir, I am sure about that. Hindu Kush, on one side of Pamir Plateau there is Hindu Kush, and on other side I could not recall. I am confused between Karakoram or Himalaya.
Okay, Himalaya की tail पाकिस्तान में आती है, but Himalaya is situated in the eastern side. On the northern side जो है वो Karakoram है, that is going to make border in between Pakistan and China. Anyhow, deserts कितने types के हैं हमारे यहाँ?
Sir, three type of deserts are there in Pakistan, as I can guess. Sir, one is the cold desert, which is actually located in Skardu, and sir, then there are another desert which is totally barren land, and sir, then there is a desert. There is the desert which has some fertility in it, and there are.
Which desert has a fertility?
Sir, Third desert has sorry sir. Third desert has in Sindh which third desert is located, and it has somewhat.
How many? How many deserts we have?
Sir, we actually have third desert, Cholistan desert, and then desert in Kalat, and then there is Skardu desert. Sir, we have.
जो डेजर्ट इन कलात उसका क्या नाम है?
Sir, I could not recall it.
खरान डेजर्ट. ओके, पाक चाइना बॉर्डर कितने किलोमीटर पे मुश्तमिल है?
Sir, Pak China border is approximately of 600 kilometer, 509 or to 500 to 600 kilometer.
ओके, कब पाकिस्तान और चाइना के दरमियान ये एग्रीमेंट हुआ था?
Sir, Pakistan and China reached border agreement in 1963.
Okay, what is the difference in between LOC and LAC?
Sir, a line of control actually exists between Pakistan and India at Kashmir region, and line of actual control exists between Pakistan and India and China.
Okay, LAC कब उन्होंने साइन किया LAC के पे?
Sir, I do not know about it.
Okay, Durand line last time कब साइन हुई?
Sir, Durand line was signed between Amir of Afghanistan and Sir Durand in 1893.
I say that last time कब साइन किया गया ड्यूरन लाइन के ऊपर in between Pakistan and Afghanistan?
Sir, then I'm not sure, but let me guess up if you allow me. Sir, in 1948, Pakistan actually offered Afghanistan for a referendum, and then it was the KPK people accepted Pakistan as to live in Pakistan, and that time I think the Durand line was again engaged.
No, there's student that was going to be signed in between 1992, 93 during the era of Benazir government. Anyhow, can you tell us about how many parts of Kashmir actually which are occupied by three countries?
Yes, sir. The Ladakh and Indian occupied Kashmir are occupied by India, and sir, then Gilgit-Baltistan and Skardu are for Pakistan, and Pakistan and Azad Kashmir is with Pakistan. So these regions of Kashmir are with Pakistan, and then some of the region of Kashmir and of Ladakh is with India, with China.
Okay, how many parts of Kashmir which are occupied by India? Is part of the Indian occupied Kashmir. One is a Ladakh, other is Jammu, third one is the Kashmir Valley. Okay, one is there. Achha, which part of Kashmir is still problematic related to the war concern? कौन सा है वो?
The border between China and India is still problematic. That area is still problematic, and recent border skirmishes were also in the news.
What about Siachen?
Sir, on Siachen, there is for now there is ceasefire.
कब हुआ है ceasefire Siachen पे?
Sir, the last war which was fought on Siachen was 1990.
How many extra regional countries are present in the Indian Ocean politics?
Sir, about 5 to 6 countries and are extra regional which are present in Indian Ocean. Sir, France, United States, and then there is United Kingdom, and sir, Germany, and sir, then Russia. So these are the countries.
Germany and Russia. Are you sure that Germany and Russia are? When Russia was going to be intervening in the Indian Ocean politics?
Sir, Russia is actually engaging by building a base, naval base in Sudan.
Okay. First of all, the Indian Ocean politics, there are the 5 major countries. Three are the extra regions in which France, Japan, and USA. Not Russia is going to be considered part of this game. And the two are the regional which are going to be considered India and Australia. So Indian Ocean के ऊपर कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो इंडिया और साउथ अफ्रीका के म्यूचुअल इंटरेस्ट की बेस पे बनी है?
Indian Ocean, sir. In Indian Ocean, they engage through. Sorry, sir. I do not know.
So पाकिस्तान इंडिया की जो बॉर्डरी लाइन है ये कितने किलोमीटर पे मुश्तमिल है?
Sir, the Red Cliff line is of 2200 kilometer, and sir, then there is working boundary which is of 200 kilometer, and sir, then there is a line of control which is about 600 to 800 kilometer.
The issue of the working boundary.
Sir, working boundary is on at Sialkot sector, and sir, recent issue I'm not sure about that.
What is the stance of Pakistan over the working boundary?
Sir, let me guess. Sir, Pakistan claims some villages which are now in India that they were part of Pakistan, and sir, that is the main concern of Pakistan.
Okay, which bank is supported and financed majorly by the Japan?
Sir, Asian Development Bank.
Who is the head of the Asian Development Bank?
Sir, Masat Sogu, sir, such was the name of him. Masat Sogu was, sir, I think.
So what is the abbreviation of AIIB Bank?
Asian Investment and Infrastructure Bank.
And who was behind this bank as a country who is going to support this bank?
Sir, if I can guess two names,
Yes.
sir. Sir, China or Japan?
China or
Japan.
Japan is already involved in ADP. Then why Japan can be contributed over here?
Sorry, sir.
Japan is a member country of AIIB,
Yes, sir.
but major concern is China, India, and even Russia.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, how many countries in BRICS?
Sir, BRICS include Brazil, Russia, India, and China and South Africa.
Okay, when is South Africa joined BRICS?
Sir, I do not know.
Russia-Ukraine War Cup started.
Sir, Russia-Ukraine war started on 22 February 2022.
Japan constitutional monarch है?
Yes, sir. Japan is a constitutional monarch.
Okay. जापान के किंग का क्या नाम है?
Sir, Naruhito, sir, I think his name is Naruhito.
पंजाब असेंबली में पीटीआई की कितनी सीट्स हैं?
Sir, in Punjab Assembly PT has. Sir, recently, sorry, sir, I cannot recall.
Who is the speaker of Punjab Assembly?
Sir, the speaker of, I cannot recall, sir, this moment.
इसका मतलब अभी आपको बहुत सारा काम करना है जिसमें और अपनी अपने पॉलिटिक्स को ऊपर भी इंगेज करना है अपने आप को और अभी रीजनल पॉलिटिक्स और ये सारी चीजें अभी तैयार करने वाली हैं.
Yes, sir.
इसका कुछ करो.